Good day, my friends. Kevin the Comic Doctor coming to you with another edition of What's in the Press, the first What's in the Press of 2022. So welcome. Hey guys, I'm Kevin. I'm the Comic Doctor. I'm located up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, and I'm a comic book presser and CGC authorized dealer. And this is the show where I showcase a lot of the comic books that I work on each and every week in my shop, like I said, up in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. And it's been a few weeks since I've had a What's in the Press. I was finishing up some orders that you saw on a couple of episodes back. I had a lot of big orders intertwined with those, and so I finally, I'd say I'm almost done. So still not done them. I'm pretty darn close though. Anyways, my friends, I've got a few books to share with you today. I think you're gonna enjoy these. My smaller orders. I'm inching into September now. September orders, like I said. Once, as you know, I'm moving to a slightly bigger shop, and I'm having a young, I don't know if he's young, a fella join me in cleaning and pressing books, and it's going to hopefully speed up my turnaround time. That being said, if you've been following CCS's turnaround time, I don't feel all that bad. Their turnaround time is almost 7 months. I'm still in the 3 month mark, three and a half month mark. Most good pressers, pat myself on the back, I'm about 3 months out, three and a half months out. But I am slowly catching up. And with the help of Charlo in our new facility, I have a good feeling I'm going to cut that time in half, which will be perfect. It's exactly what I want to do. Anyways, let's get to the books. I want to see who's here and say hello to you guys. I'll do that in just a few minutes in the chat section. So if you're here, say hi in the chat section below. Let's see what we got. First, we have an order from Martin out of... not Marty from Oshawa, but Martin out of Montreal. It's a small order. And Marty gives me a nice copy of Invincible #1. It's a small order and just one more book. Martin also has a copy of Daredevil #7 that I'll be cracking out of the CGC slab and trying to increase that grade from a 5.5 to God knows what. I don't know, but we're going to try our best to get that grade increased. Thank you for your submission, Martin. All right, I'll put that there. Next, we have an order from Jamie Knott, our friend Jamie. Yes, Jamie's books are up finally, and some of these books, I believe, are this order is going to have some gift certificate applied to it, because Jamie was, I believe, if memory serves, I'm getting old, guys. Jamie was our first winner back when I hit the 600 subscriber draw, I think it was. Well, Jamie's order is now going to benefit from the award, the reward or the prize from that draw. Anyways, Jamie starts us off with a reprint of Action Comics #1, as well as a nice copy of Star Wars #2. Jamie jumped on that bandwagon. Look at this, Jamie. 2 copies of Amazing Spider-Man 361. One is a direct copy. One is a newsstand. And finally, what's going on with this book here? What is going on with this book? This here is a copy of Amazing Spider-Man #1 reprint. I'm not sure if it's a golden record reprint. It probably is, or... I'm not sure exactly. I'm going to have to investigate that. It looks like a reprinted cover. Perhaps it's a reprinted cover over a original ASM1. I'm not 100% sure until I open her up. Anyways, that's Jamie's order. Jamie, thank you so much. And thank you for your patience. Thank everybody for your patience. It's so appreciated. I've got the best clients in town because they know I'm doing my best. I really am. And I can only do so much. But again, thank you for your patience, Jamie. Let's put your order. I don't want to mix anything up here. I got Martin's order here, and Jamie's order is there. All right, there it is. And I'll move these over to the side here. Okay, who do we have next? Next, we have Ben G out of Toronto. Ben out of Toronto, and Ben has some Silver Age books to share with us today, and they are as follows: An Amazing Spider-Man #42. It's a nice copy. That copy is often hard to get in a good condition because of the dark cover. and she's pretty nice, actually. Also from our thumbnail today, we have an Amazing Spider-Man 43. An Amazing Spider-Man 28. Another hard copy to find in good shape. This one here obviously is showing, the oftentimes, the wear you often see in this particular issue. This one's actually not too bad. I've seen this issue beat up pretty good. We also see an Amazing Spider-Man number 17 from Ben. And finally, oh no, not finally, 2 more to go. Popular cover Hulk and Submariner Tales to Astonish number 93. Love that cover. Again, I'm a huge fan of that raw sienna background. I love that color on comic books of that vintage. And finally, Ben sends us an issue of Fantastic Four number 72. Right there. Thank you for your order, Ben. And I believe Ben submitted these. These are late July. And like I said, I'm working on some July orders, August. And I have some September orders coming up very quickly as well. Let's take a break. I have 2 other orders. One is a little small. One is kind of big and all moderns. But let's go to the chat room and see who's here so I can wish you all again a Happy New Year and see who's here. Let's see what's going on over there. Let's get the pop-out window going. Hopefully it'll work this time. And it did. Beautiful. All right, let's see who's here. Hey, James is here. Marty is here. Sorry, Marty, you probably got excited when I mentioned Martin's name there. Luke's here. James is here. How you doing, guys? Nick Parker. Hey, hello. How you doing, Nick? Thanks for joining us. NDFND 424. Hey there. How you doing? Mike Mikolos is in the house. Hey, Mike. How are you? David Ross. Hello, sir. Prince Zodiac is here. I'm doing well. How you doing? And Mike Asher is here. Happy New Year to you, Mike. Thanks very much for dropping in today. James says, doesn't have the price on the cover. No, it does not. Jameer Mungan, how's it going, Jameer? Good to see you. I picked up a new cell phone and I got this new Samsung watch. It's buzzing all the time and I don't know how to turn it off. So please just ignore all those notifications because I don't know how to turn it all off. Hey guys, if you're just getting here or if you haven't done so already, hit that like button. There's about 21 of you in the chat room right now. Hit that like button. Do me a favor, won't you? It really helps with the analytics here on YouTube and pushes my videos ahead on the search. I guess the search when people search for comic book related videos. Mine will hopefully show up or jump up and for them. Kim is here. How you doing, Kim? And Frank is here as well. Thank you, Frank. Happy New Year to you as well. Luke, I think your Vampirella is on its way back. I also have, I believe, 3 or 4 boxes on their way back again. So I should have a bunch of boxes this, 1 or 2 this Friday, and 1 or 2 more, I believe, early next week as well, which is pretty great. And Luke asks, how is the move going? The move is very slow because I basically tore the whole place down, moved all the cabinets off to the side. I have to use my current office because the other office is not ready yet. The owner of the building has to put new flooring in and new lights, new LED lights, and a bunch of other things. So I'm hoping I was thinking middle of the month, but realistically, I don't think I'm getting in there until probably the 1st of February, maybe even a bit later. I don't know. We'll see. It's fine. I'm really not in too much of a rush as long as I've got everything set up there. All the presses are at the shop now, so we can actually do pressing there, which is what's most important. Thanks for asking. I would assume the presses are costly to run. You know what? The presses, I'll tell you, we had a hot tub installed last year. I really noticed the hydro bill kind of spiked when the hot tub went in. But the presses, they're not on all the time. I turn them on once they get to heat. I mean, unless I'm doing like the smaller presses are on for a long period of time, but the big guys, the big kahunas behind me, I put those on. I turn them on, I put the books in, I close it, and I turn it off. So the heater is not going constantly. But on the smaller presses, yeah, they've been on today since, well, I started working around noon today. So since noon, for about 5.5 hours, I just turned them off before the show so I wouldn't overheat myself. But I don't know. I don't think the presses cost all that much. I don't think so. Jameer says ASM 43, one of my favorite covers ever. Romita Sr. is the best in my opinion. Jameer, I think I agree with you. He's one of my favorite artists too, especially when it comes to Spider-Man, of course. He and I think Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko kind of paved the way, but then Romita's iteration of Spider-Man really kind of solidified how Spider-Man would look, probably all the way until Todd McFarlane came around in the late 80s, right? Early 90s. Everyone, the cartoons and whatever, advertisements, whatever, it was pretty much John Romita's style of Spider-Man. John Romita Sr., that is. Hello again, James. Good to see you from New Mexico. I'm a DC guy, but I like those ASM books. You know what? It's very tempting, isn't it, those ASM books? It's very tempting to get back in on the ASM bandwagon and try to collect, numbers 1 all the way up to whatever, 2 to 300 maybe, or whatever, up to when Todd came in. I've often thought about going back to it, and maybe I will at some point. The prices of the books are steadily increasing, especially in high grade. Don't get me wrong. You can find Amazing Spider-Man comic books from issue probably 41 and up. If you get like mid-grade, like 6, 7, even 8, you could get them for a song. But if you want to start getting into high grades, then the books are quite valuable still. So, and if you want them graded, it's again, big money, right? But still, you're right. The artwork on the covers are beautiful. And Spider-Man, especially in the first, 20 or issues or so, all key, mostly, 80% are like key first appearances, right? So a lot of fun. Frank says, I like that Spidey Human Torch cover. I picked up a high grade one this week myself. Oh, good for you. I'd love to see a picture of that one. Potishan's here. Hey, Brad, how's it going? Soon, I hope. I don't know whose are coming back, Brad. It could be yours. It could very well be yours. I'll know probably, on Friday. Thomas Grant, what grade did you get on the ASM 129? Believe it or not, Thomas, it came back an 8.0. I was absolutely shocked because I was sure that was not going to come back higher than a 7. And I thought initially a 6.5, 7 on a good day. And I thought if it came back a 7.5, I'd be whistling Dixie. I'd be very happy. It came back at 8. I don't know what to say about that because I still don't think it's an 8. I look at the book and I'm like, how is this an 8? But hey, I'll take it. I'm glad it says 8. So it'll, and now I'm debating whether I'm going to keep it or get rid of it or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Potishan, cracking slabs yet? Brad, I'm cracking slabs all the time. I cracking slab all the time. Nicholas Parker, love being here, Kevin. Thanks, Nick. Love having you here, dude. Thanks for dropping by and being here. Yeah, man, thanks. Where you hailing from, Nicholas? Curious. Finished Dr. Wu, ASM 42, first full MJ is a favorite of mine. Iconic panel with the face reveal. Yes, it is. Very important book too, right? Peter, I agree with you. Thomas Grant, wow, congrats. Thank you. Yeah, again, I really honestly was not expecting that to come back that high. And I think that goes to show you that, like, not that I'm my opinion is the graders must have thought it looked better than I think it looks because it has a dog ear. Like, I mean, to me, it has a dog ear, like right in the bottom, it has a dog ear. How do you get an 8 with a dog ear? I don't know. Like, I smoothed it out. It looks a hell of a lot better than it did. And it had damage in the bottom right corner, which I removed. But it still has a crease. So to me, that's not an 8. But that, again, because I have 8s where it looks a lot better than that book. So I was really shocked. Kim says, hey, Kim, how's it going? Would you press an ASM Annual 1 that has a small spine tear at the top and bottom? Is that dangerous? No. Though the square bound books require an entirely different approach to pressing, right? Now, if the front page is hanging on for dear life, like if it's almost coming off, then I would not suggest pressing it. But if there's a small tear at the top and bottom, yeah, I think that should be fine. It shouldn't be a problem. Potishan says ASM 129, awesome. Yeah, tell me about it. James, ASM 43 is the first full MJ. Okay. I did. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. Yes. Did I have anything else to tell you guys? I don't know if I did or not. Oh, you know what? Let me go back to the comics. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the moderns first, and I'm going to leave the magazines to the end. There's only about a few magazines. Everyone loves to see these magazines that I have. But this next order comes to us from Peter out of, or sorry, not Peter, Christopher, sorry, out of Mississauga. Now, these are all high-grade modern books. Many of these may not even require any work. He dropped them off. In fact, he told me, don't press the first, 6 books. Don't bother. But then he has a bunch of others. He says, look them over and see what you think. Just going to grab a couple of trays here. So again, guys, just because you send me a book doesn't necessarily mean it's going to get pressed. If I take the book out of your sleeve and the book is pristine or it looks really great, or if I think that a press is really not going to increase the grade, I won't do it. In fact, 2 books today I didn't end up pressing. I put them back in the sleeve, and I make note of it on the individual's invoice, and I don't charge them for that, obviously. So that might be the case here. I might have 20 books here that are not going to be pressed. I don't know, but these are great looking books, and I know nothing about these. They're all modern. Perhaps you guys can shed some light on this. This is a Batman 108 right here. Very colorful books, that's for sure. Batman 92. Please forgive me. Oh, okay. Something is Killing the Children. This one here, I believe, is number 16. It's a variant copy. Kind of like a really cool foil, hologram type foil cover. It's really cool. Here is the exact same copy, but this one here, I think it's a regular copy because it's got the number on it. And Something is Killing the Children is massive right now. Again, I'm not sure if these are, I'm not sure what these are. These could be, again, Something or Killing the Children. I'm not sure. Guys, when it comes to modern books and variants, I'm not the man. I don't know. But, and these, as I'm looking at these right now, these look pretty darn pristine. So there's a pretty good chance these are not going to be worked on. But nonetheless, they've come through the office, and I figured I'd share them with you because they're pretty gorgeous. Here's a nice copy of Black Cat number 4. Catwoman number 4. Very nice. Strange Academy number 1. Get the microphone up here so I'm loud enough for you. Stray Dogs premiere issue. And this is having some fun with the whole Silence of the Lambs motif, right? Something is Killing the Children number 1, but this one here I believe is a variant chromium edition. Does it have some dent in it? No, that's not. That looks gorgeous too. These are really nice books. Very nice. Now this is the actual Something is Killing the Children number 1, I believe. Again, very, very minty, very, very nice. I love this copy right here. Catwoman 51. Now there's a cosplayer. There's a cosplayer from, I think she's from British Columbia. I follow her on Instagram, and I don't have her name now, but she's one of the best cosplayers I've ever seen, actually. And she does 2 cosplays the best. The first one is Catwoman, and she actually has a picture of her in this type of pose. That's amazing. And she also is the Baroness from G.I. Joe. So her Baroness and her Catwoman are like par d'excellence. Unbelievable. Some of these cosplayers are pretty impressive, man. Pretty impressive. Oh, here we got a Black Canary. Justice League of America number 6 right here. And again, guys, as I'm looking at these books, I'm like, these are just, wait, oh. You see what this one has? Look at that. Funny enough, I'm going to try to show you. I don't think this one does have a little something I can fix. Probably take me 2 seconds to fix. I don't know if you're going to see this or not, but if you look right here in the corner, that bottom corner is flipped up. It's flipped up. You see a little black dot right there? It should be white. So I'll fix that. And that'll be a no charge, just because it's the kind of guy I am. but we got to fix that out. That little flip will get you from a 9.8 to a 9.6. So you got to be very careful. Beautiful copy of Detective Comics 880. I've always had very good luck with these ones too. These ones tend to come back 9.8 for me, which I'm quite happy to say. Yeah, when it comes to modern books, guys, like I say, if you have a minute, go out and buy yourself a pair of these babies, these jeweler's glasses. And I don't have one there because, as you probably know, and I've said in different videos, my right eye is pretty useless. It works for peripheral, but for close up, it's not very strong. So, but my left eye is my good eye. So I use my jeweler's glasses oftentimes when books come out of the press, and I'll just put them on really quickly, and I'll do a quick scope around the perimeter of the book, because sometimes, especially like that book right there, most people won't catch that, but you got to catch it, because that little flaw will cost you the 9.8. You don't want to send the book in unless that little flaw is fixed prior to sending it in, because then you get a 9.6. Then you're going to see it, you're going to go, oh, damn it, why didn't I catch that? Right? So honestly, guys, I don't know how much these cost, but these were a gift to me, but my neighbor bought me these for my 50th birthday. I think almost as a gag, as a lark. He says, I don't know if you're going to use them or not. And I love these. I have another pair that kind of clamps onto my head. It's got this visor, like the Geordie LaForge visor from Star Trek, but it hurts my head. I don't like that one. These are the best. I really like these. And when you buy this, they come with different lens strength, so you can choose which one you like the most. It even has a little light on it too. Not that I use a light very often, but great little tool. If you're getting into pressing and cleaning, you got to pick one of these up, guys. I'm telling you, it's a great tool to have in your arsenal. Okay, let's go back to the chat real quick, and then I'll finish this baby off with my last batch of magazines. And again, guys, just because I'm showing you these, I'm doing a lot more books. I'm telling you, I'm almost through Angelo's books. Finally, the end is near for Angelo's books from Quebec. He sent me 225 Canadian variants. I'm on my last 50. Gonna get those done this week, and then his friend Eddie sent another 75. So it was quite a few books. Though that order is finally almost done. I'm getting those done this week. Plus, I've got some books of Allen's I've got to work on some more this week, plus these, and plus probably some more as well. But again, before I get to the magazines, and you're going to like these magazines, I think, let's go back to the chat and see what you guys are talking about. Or if you have any questions. Guys, this is the time to do it. Hey, Colin is in the house. Hey, Colin, how's it going? I didn't miss too much. Just go back, rewind, you can see it all. Sam, magazines, ready to get them back in 5 years? Sam, as long as you use a quick tier, the magazines are comparable to comics. But if you don't use the quick tier, yeah, you're waiting about a year, which sucks. In fact, I've got some magazines here that I'm just hanging on to. I'm not going to send them until it comes down, until the turnaround time improves, right? Sam, I have those Batman books. Cool. The ones I just showed, the Catwoman, those are great. Mike's here. Hey, Michael, how's it going? Magazines? They go to Too Slow Joe to trade. Joe was bitten by a radioactive sloth. Then he was on a field trip in high school. Yeah, magazines are bad. Nick's in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Ridgefield, Connecticut. Cool. I bet you got some snow down there right now, don't you? We've actually had a pretty mild winter so far up here. Michael says, glasses? I have jeweler's contact lenses. Well, you've got some good eyeballs there. Peter says, those jeweler's glasses are like $25 to $30 on Amazon. Pretty cheap. And they are worth, like I said, worth having in your arsenal, my friends. Wayne says, yay, mine are coming up soon. I actually looked at your books today really quickly, Wayne. They are coming up, I think. Luke says, some of those are pricey in 9/8. Those modern books, I would imagine they are. Now, interestingly enough, those books of Chris, I don't think he'd mind. Sorry, yeah, Christopher, I don't think he'd mind me saying, Chris just sent almost 100 Pokemon cards to Heritage for an auction. And I sent them for him, and every single one was a 10.0, like Gem Mint 10.0 Pokemon. And yeah, Charizard card was in there too. And I shipped those down for him. I don't know when the auction is. I'm sure it's going to happen pretty soon. But I can just tell you this. He's very, very picky when it comes to his collectibles. So his cards, his comics have to be pristine. He won't even touch it unless it even comes close to a 10. So yeah, I imagine these comics are going to be in very nice shape as well. Brett Butler, how's it going, Brett? Good to see you. Are you back in the office now, or with the shutdowns, are you closing up? Yeah, Brett, good question, actually. Yeah, you know what? Actually, I got COVID in the house. Yeah, my daughter tested positive after 3 tests. She was ill last Sunday. She started having a bad sore throat. We had little tests that came home with the school sent home 5 tests per student. And we tested her on, I think, Monday, Tuesday, both negative, Thursday or Wednesday negative. And we tested her Wednesday night and she came back positive. So she had COVID. Now my son, Jack, who you've seen on the show a couple of times, he was fine. He complained about a headache a couple of nights ago, and we tested him the next day and immediately it came back positive. So yeah, I'm quarantined right now. I can't go anywhere until probably Monday. 5 days, I think it is the quarantine time for double vax. I'm double vax. So it sucks. It really sucks. We've all been kind of hunkering down here. But to answer your question, yeah, I am not going to bother opening up the shop right now because they're shutting everything down. So I'm not going to open up. But what I am offering, and I'm going to tell you guys, after this batch goes out, I'm going to have more room and the books can start coming back in again. I am going to offer, obviously people can mail the books to me, but they can do curbside drop off at my place right here. But I'm going to keep the office closed until things kind of get back to somewhat, no one say normal, but my shop is really small and it's not a good idea before you know it, if you come to my shop before, guys, and you walk in, before you know it, there's 10 guys in there and it's too small of a shop for that. So I'm going to keep the shop closed until the COVID thing kind of improves. But like I said, if you want to pick up comics, you can do so here at my place. We can talk about that and you can come pick them up. I can, of course, mail them back to you using FedEx or Canada Post if you're within the GTA. For drop-offs, like I said, you can mail them in or drop off at my place too. But we could talk about that. I'm still open for business. That is for sure. Oh boy, the chat jumped on me, guys. Hold on a second. Potishin. I have 4 TV guides, magazine size, with the Heroes TV show with covers by Jim Lee, Tim Sale, Michael Turner, Phil Jimenez. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I'd wait on those until the magazine turnaround time improves. And you all know about the CGC, I'm sure you all know about the CGC increased their prices for comic books. Have a look at the magazine prices. They have come down. They're now more in line with the comic books. So that is kind of cool. That is pretty cool. Michael says, if I divorce, will I have to split my 9.8s into 4.9s in the settlement? Yeah, depends on how, if it's a volatile relationship or not, I think, Michael. I mean, if she destroys your books, then maybe they will drop down to 4.9, but I think you're going to have to just split it right down the middle and, she can have some of the 9.8s and you could have some of the 9.8s, I guess. Michael, how about my books? Michael, yeah, I'm not quite there yet, but they are on the horizon as well. They might be cleaned. I don't remember if I cleaned them or not. They might be ready to go in terms of being cleaned, but they're not pressed yet, that's for sure. Michael says, there are 100 different kinds of Pokemons. Oh my God, millions, I think. Thomas Grant, I gave you my comments late August, should be coming up. Yes, they are. Can I still get a custom label one? Yes, Thomas. Again, once you see... I'll try to remember, but I got a terrible memory. Once you see your comics on What's in the Press, please let me know immediately that you want those custom labels. I'll try to remember, but I did see your books today. Like I saw yours and I saw Wayne's. They're coming up, so that's cool. Wayne, I don't do modern books anymore, and I don't blame you. Prince Zodiac, hey Doc, I have an Avengers 8. Can I submit that to you by itself? My other subs are 7 to 10 books, but this one is a different CGC, I think. Prince Zodiac, you can give me that book on its own. You can add it to a current submission if you'd like. It makes no difference with me. Because I'm a dealer. I don't know if other dealers have this or just me, because I kind of fought for it, but I can submit books. If you give me 5 different, is there 5 different tiers? If you give me 3 different tiers, I can submit them and get them all back together. So it makes no difference if you got one book of, you have one economy, 3 standards, 4 walkthroughs, and 50 moderns. I can do it for you. No big deal. Wayne, gold and silver age only, baby. Maybe the odd bronze. You know, Wayne, I agree. Unless the modern book is hot and it has a potential of a 9.8, then I'll do it. Colin says, oh no, I'm sad to hear that. Ignore my email about my wanting to know when to drop my add-on. I'm so sorry to hear the kiddos are sick. Yeah, and by the way, Colin, thank you about that. Thank you. Everybody's asking that question. I hope you and the family are okay. Not fun dealing with COVID. And, you know, Michael also saying sorry about your daughter and son, Kevin, sending you good thoughts. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. They're already on the mend. Honestly, Charlie, my daughter, she's wearing masks around the house and such, but she is almost like, I'd say she's like 90%. Jack felt today completely fine. Like he had it for one day and he didn't have any cold symptoms at all. It was just a headache and a bit achy. And today he said, Dad, I feel perfectly fine. That being said, I said, put on your darn mask and get away from me. I don't want to catch it. So, but my wife and I have both tested negative and we both feel fine. So hopefully that will be okay. Let's see here. Oh, Wayne, how do we know what custom labels are available? Oh, just go to their website, Wayne. Wayne wants to know about the custom labels. Just go to their website, and I think there's type in the search bar, type in custom labels, and it will show you all the current ones that are available. It's a real shame they're not turning it over more frequently, or that they're not bringing back some of the old ones, because some of the old ones are really good. But they're missing now. Like the Iron Man, there's no Iron Man label right now, for example, and there's no Avengers label, which kind of sucks. So, yeah. Mike, sorry to hear. Okay, we did that one already. Thank you again, guys. Thank you, Prince Zodiac. Cool. Thank you. You're welcome. Nicholas Parker, still clear here. We are expecting snow tonight. I think we are the same. I think we're going to get snow tonight too. I heard it's kind of chilly out. Not it's like -4, -5. It's not too bad up here. Stay safe and healthy by Rob Prime. Thank you very much, Robbie Prime. Okay, guys, enough of this face. Let's go over, well, here's a bigger version. Let's go and see the magazines. There's a few comics and a few mags. Check these out. And I'll tell you a story about a silly comic doctor who made someone very excited, all for nothing. That kind of sounds weird. But anyways, check this out, and then I'm going to go have my dinner because it's... YouTube says the best time to stream for you guys is this time, 5:30 to 6:30. But that's usually when we eat. So my dinner's on the table right now, so I'm going to get through this and then get down. But check this out. All right, guys. This is from Chris out of Toronto. And Chris has more books with me as well, but they're not attached to this order right now. So I'm going to have to find his other order and put them with these. But these are the magazines I was talking to you about. First we have, and these are 3 magazines in one bag. In fact, when you walked into my shop, they weren't even in a bag. I think they were just like in a Lululemon bag, like a shopping bag. Anyways, first one, a really nice copy, and again, no bag and board. Ninja Turtles #2, and I believe it's a first print. I think these are all first print ones. These ones, yeah, looks like it. He also has a nice copy. Being very careful with these, with a #3. My hands are nice and clean. And then a #4 right there. These books are really, really sharp. Like these are 9.8 contenders, guys. These are gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And they came in, I think they all came in one bag like this, I believe. But then the other one I'm going to show you, which I'll leave that one to the end, had no bag and board on it. All right, we also have a copy of TMNT #7. #5. And #8. Guest starring Cerebus. Right there. And yeah, so he comes into my shop, and you may have saw me post a video. Hello. All right, there we go. You guys might have seen me post a video on my Instagram when he came into shop that day. I was really excited because these books were so minty. And then he shows me the #1. Now, this one's already been pressed and cleaned. I did it right away because This bozo thought it was a first print, but it's not a first print. And you know it's not a first print. I learned all this, obviously, is because there is blood on the T right there. So if there's blood on the T, I think it's second or third, I forget now, but it's not first. But I thought it was a first print. I was freaking out, and it wasn't even in a bag and board. So I told him, let's get the sucker done and sent in right away. And I even did the walkthrough form on CGC. Remember the walkthrough, if you submit a book and walk through, no matter its value, if it's under $3,000, you still have to pay a minimum of $150 US for that encapsulation. But I didn't send it right away, thank goodness, because I discovered it was not a first print. It's not worth the $150 walkthrough fee. So I pulled it, I ripped the form up, and I just I stored it till his order come to term. And now I'm going to finally finish these magazines. And he's got some more books he dropped off not too long ago, actually. And they'll go along with these ones as well. But boy, I was so excited when that book walked in, because I had just finished doing 2 other first print TMNT books for Jesse, actually, a gentleman named Jesse from the West End or Northwest. And I had another one. I was like, another one. And this one was even nicer shaped than Jesse's. So I was very, very excited. But yeah, nonetheless, it was not first print. In fact, I think it was Brian who saw my video on Instagram, goes, that's not a first print, Kev. I said, oh, it's a first print. I'm sure it's a first. No, it's not a first print. So yeah, the Comic Doctor was not correct on that one. Anyways, guys, those are the comics and magazines that are up some of the books that are up this week at the shop. Again, if you haven't done so already, guys, before you leave, hit that like button. It does help me out a lot. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Consider subscribing to the channel. When I hit 1,500 subscribers, I'm going to be having another draw for some free service. And I'm probably going to throw a slabbed book or 2 in there as well. It's just the kind of guy I am. I want to celebrate when I hit 1,500 subscribers. So again, if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Hit that like button. Now that's free and it's easy to do. And again, it makes my analytics much more powerful when people are on YouTube looking for comic related content. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. And then I'm going to go off and have my wonderful dinner. Michael says, imagine if your children didn't love you, cough, cough. Hi, Dad, cough, cough. Lick the spoons. Oh, that's nice. Kill the old man. Make him sick with COVID. But I'd be okay because I've been double vaxxed. I'm getting ready to go. I'm psyching myself up for that booster shot. I wasn't going to get the booster, but I think I'm going to. Just for the heck of it. I mean, and to be honest, Jackson, my son, most of his friends don't have the first vaccine. A lot of kids aren't getting, a lot of parents aren't giving it to their kids. I didn't really want to have him. I didn't even want him to get vaccinated, to be honest with you. But my wife we discussed it and decided to go for it. So Jack went and he got his vaccine about 2-3 weeks ago. And I think, honestly, he got sick, guys, for 16 hours. The symptoms were very mild. Bit of a headache, bit of a sore back, and then it was gone. So, and then I know his friends who've got it, like other friends have got COVID, have had a little rougher. So, if the vaccine, and again, I hate calling it a vaccine. I don't think it's a vaccine. I don't want to talk politics here or anything like that. I don't think it's even a vaccine. I think it's more of an immunity booster, right? And they've even said themselves it's not really a vaccine. It's like a polio vaccine or a measles vaccine or rubella or whatever. It's an immunity booster for different strains of COVID, right? So, and I think we're going to be doing this for a very long time, having these shots anyways. But yeah, thank goodness he's okay. And I think we're all going to be fine. Maria's here. Hello, Maria. How you doing? Well wishes to you and your family, and you too. And Happy New Year as well. Maria says, I'm not a collector, but I enjoy seeing all the comics I will never own. Why don't you collect, Maria? You can get into it. I mean, do you collect anything or nothing at all? Or you just enjoy looking at the books? Mike says he was carrying around a gold, in a Lululemon bag. What? I know. It was really weird. It was a Lululemon bag. He opened it up and pulled out these TMNT books. I'm like, what the hell? And I don't think I saw number 1 first. And the other ones were just glowing because they're in such great shape. Very, very nice. Sam, I made my family eat early so I could watch live. Well, good for you. My stomach's growling right now. Actually, it's not. I went downstairs and had a couple of oranges so it sustained me during this stream. Got my vitamin C. I'll do my stream, and then I'll go mangiare, go down and eat some food. Michael E. Here's a simple way to remember it. If there's blood on the T, it's print number 3. Oh, okay, cool. It is third print. Okay. And number 2, the second print of TMNT just says it on the, when you open the book up, it says second print, I believe, right? And then first print is first print. Maria says, I do most of my comic through digital app from the library. You know, Maria, that's not a bad idea. I try to get my daughter and son into that as well. And that's the way to go, I think. I mean, you go and buy these omnibuses. All these guys have these huge collections of omnibuses. You ever watch that guy, Gem Mint? His whole channel's, statues and omnibuses and whatever. But omnibuses, and honestly, I don't know. If I'm going to buy it, I want the real thing. And omnibus just takes up so much room. To me, your way is better. Go online and read them online, and then clear your rooms for other stuff, because those omnibuses they're heavy and they're big and they're not worth anything. Once you buy them, they're worth nothing, really. Prince Zodiac, thanks again, Doc. Have a good night. Prince Zodiac, you have a good night. Thanks for dropping by, buddy. Michael, Maria Alexander, that is a very environmentally responsible, and it's true, it is environmentally responsible as well. Have a good night. See you later, Luke. Take care. Mike, we discussed it, and my wife told me what we were doing. You know my wife. Vaccine? Nope. Okay, Dennis, I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing pro, con, all that stuff. Wayne says, I got my booster, and of course, a lot of people in your area don't have their kids getting the shot. And that's all I say about that. You know what? I've had 2 shots. I feel fine. I'll tell you, when I had my first shot at Moderna, man, no one else has told me this. I'm the only one who's ever said this, but I felt fantastic. I was joking. Go, Allison, they must have given me the super soldier serum, my wife, because I felt great. I got the shot. I had a little 1 hour snooze when I got home, and I woke up and I felt I felt energized. I felt good. I'm like, what the hell? I want more of these shots. And then when I got the second shot, that's a different story. I felt like shit for about a day and chills and whatever. But then it was only less than 24 hours and I felt fine. Dennis, I'd pay $1 for that. Wayne gives me a little nod. Michael says, well, technically all vaccines are immunity boosters, but yes, the way it creates the immunity, it's different from previous vaccines. It's a new way to boost your immunity. Yeah, I'm not a scientist, man, but that's what I understand it. The way I understand it. Dennis says, oh, sure, give me a shot of an unknown and untested chemical, which might make me sick. Oh, yes. Yeah, again, I'm not getting into it. Got my 3rd recently. Oh, good for you, Luke. The immune system is not made up. Nope, no, it's not. Wayne, you see all the weight Gem Mint lost? Motivated? No, I have not. I have not checked that out. I'll have to go over and have a look. The last video I saw was him getting a $6,500 book mailed to him in an envelope, and he was pretty pissed off about that. But you know what? Motivates me too, guys. And this one here, this little watch I've got to tell me how many steps I did, and I have not done enough. I think they say do 10,000 steps a day. Well, I'm about 8,000 short. So I'll be taking the dogs for a walk, I think, later on. The real Hyperion, James. Are you sure you didn't get bit by a spider? Well, if I did, I want to keep biting me because I felt great. RP, hey Kevin, great show and can't wait to see the new shop. Hopefully you have a sale again. Found some good gems last time. Hopefully everything opens back up. Yeah. Again, when the shop does open, I'm not going to have a hell of a lot for sale right away. It's going to be mostly, I really want to focus on the pressing and making sure Charlo's, getting into the swing of things and everything's working really well. Then once the pressing is down, where he's working well and I've caught back up and everything's going, then I'll get back into the sales. And the new shop has a lot more room, which is great. But again, I'm not focusing on the sales right now. The raffle site, my guy just checked it over today. He's looking at it. So hopefully I can get that up and going. I wouldn't mind getting that going because that's not very labor intensive. I take a few pictures, put them up and then see how it goes. Right. So that's probably going to happen sooner rather than later is the raffle site. Wayne, 60 pounds in 5 months. Wayne, man, if I could drop 60 pounds, holy cow, I'd be too thin. I don't want to drop 60. I want to drop like 40 pounds. That's it. If I could drop 40 pounds, 35, 40 pounds, I would be perfect. Aaron Swanson. I have a line on a comic, not pressable, not damaged. I think it's from manufacturing. Do you know what it could be? A line on a comic. Is it like an indentation or is it an actual ink line? Is it an ink line or is it actually bent or dented? That's very important to know. I can tell you right now, if it's a line from ink, like a black line, for example, or a blue line, then they shouldn't take marks off if it's not too much, right? If it's a dent or like an actual bend in the book cover, you have to get that fixed. You have to get that pressed. If you don't, you'll get dinged. I used to see the one book that used to always come back, not always, but that I see oftentimes the bend in it is New Mutants 87, the first appearance of Cable. That one oftentimes has a bend off to the left a little bit, a bend right down the, not the center, but off the center a little bit to the left. That has to be pressed out or else you'll get a lower grade. Dennis Mason, Rob just did his second episode of Walking the Dogs. I quite like it. He's done a lot of episodes of Walking the Dogs, no? I believe he has many of those. I've seen quite a few of him walking those dogs around around his neighborhood with the Christmas lights up and all that. So I've seen those. Those are kind of fun. Mark Wild, Polybag Indent X-Force 1. That's another one. If you have Polybag Indent, Ultimate Fallout or the X-Force 1, they have to be pressed and you have to get rid of that dent or you will lose marks on your grading. Right? Mike says, do you have an inkling if it's an ink line? Yes, that's what I was asking. Later, skaters. Wayne is off. Mark, you take care as well. Guys, I am going to take off myself. We've been here just under an hour. And like I said, I got Din Din waiting for me downstairs. So I am going to sign off. Again, guys, thanks for dropping by. I hope you like this edition of What's in the Press. Hey, guys, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you do so and leave comments, you open yourself up to winning awesome prizes when I hit that 1,500 subscriber milestone. So please do consider subscribing. Also hit that like button. It really helps me out a lot. Guys, appreciate that. And hit that notification bell too. When you hit the notification bell, when I upload videos or if I go live, you'll be the first to know. All right, guys, have a fantastic night. Until next time, probably the next time you'll see me actually be for an unboxing. So until then, you take care. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.